What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel. We are here in Madden 20 Flashback Pink Slips episode 37 as part of season 2. It's a long intro, but you gotta lay down the groundwork. We're here in the very beginning of the 2009 season. We have a big 4 games on the slate for you guys here. We have a home game, which is a sim game against the Cleveland Browns, a road game against the Baltimore Ravens, a road game against the Philadelphia Eagles, and then a home sim game against divisional rival Houston Oilers. How are we feeling? It's been a while. Maybe it's not been a while for you guys. I literally haven't played Pink Slips in a week. I played in one night. This is like what this series does. And for those of you that aren't YouTubers, you might not get this, but sometimes you really like a series and you just want to, like, I wanted to play like I did a whole season in one sit through. Usually I'll record an episode, do 4 games, and then I'll be like, in 2 days time I'll come back, record another episode. I literally straight up played the whole 2008 season in a night and then chopped it up into whatever 4 or 5 different videos and uploaded them. So it's been literally a week, which I kind of needed, because when you play that much of one thing, you need a little bit of a breather. So I'm back in it. I kind of need a refresher of my own side, for my own self, of where we are at as a team. All I remember is at the end of 2008 season, we were the first team out of making the playoffs, which was very frustrating. But our team is very good. Look at that: 85 overall, 84 offense, 88 defense, and look at the team top to bottom. Colt Brennan is going to be our new starting quarterback, at least for this season. He finished out very, very well to close out the 2008 year. Look at that, man. Played 4 games. Started in 4 games. 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns, no picks. Still looking for that first turnover. But, it looks good. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why a 58 overall quarterback's playing better than a 72. It's just what's happening. No changes to our running attack. We still got, Adrian Peterson, 91, that superstar X Factor. Best running back in the league, without a shadow of a doubt. Look at the back last 2 seasons, 16, 17, and 14. And we got Cadillac Williams, Pierre Thomas behind him, Lusaka Polite at fullback, wide receiver core. We have Megatron. We got Anquan Bolden, another superstar X Factor that we got very late in the season last year. He's going to be our starting slot, and our outside guys are going to be Calvin Johnson and Deshaun Jackson. We have Pierre Garçon, we have Danny Amendola, and then, of course, our boy Justin McCarron, so we're going to keep until he retires. Tight ends, we got Delaney Walker, who's an 86 superstar X Factor, Martellus Bennett, and Brandon Manu Maliuna. Just, you gotta have some Hawaiians here. They play better than a 69 overall, because I know they're playing for their hometown. Offensive line is still a work in progress, but here's one change. We got TJ Lang. He was actually our first draft pick. He better have a good superstar dev trade, but you should know he was, if you think about the Green Bay Packers when they were at their peak with Aaron Rodgers and company, TJ Lang was one of the best linemen in the National Football League. So I'm optimistic that's going to be a superstar dev. We got Evan Mathis, one of my favorite guards of all time. Satelli's a solid center. We got Ramon Foster behind him there, but Ramirez will be our starting guard. Mike Breezel, I'm not super familiar with, but hey, it's Doug Free. It's not a bad offensive line. It's definitely something we can work on. It's something that when you win a game, you never really want to spend points on the offensive line. That's just natural because it's not an exciting position. But once we have a dominant, just think it's one of those things. Think about how good Adrian Peterson is. Obviously, running is a little bit of the meta right now, and even that might be lowballing it a little bit. Running is a meta in Madden 20, and the fact that we're doing what we're doing with Adrian Peterson with, let's be honest, an okay offensive line. It's one of those things that makes you think, well, what if the O-line's going to be elite? What if we could start spending all of our points and slowly upgrading this offensive line? How much better is Adrian Peterson going to be? Defensively, not a lot of changes. We still got lights out Sean Merriman, Haloti Nata, Elvis Duverville, and Pecco will be our starters on the D-line. We also got Cliff Averill, Martellus Bennett. We have the Bennett brothers on our squad, make up the D-line. The linebacking core, we have John Beeson, Dante Whitner, Keith Rivers, we got Bernard Pollard. We're going small. We definitely have a style that we want for our linebacking core. Maybe a little bit on the other side, but we want A-tier athletes, guys that can drop back into coverage. Secondary, we got Peanut Tillman, Darrell Rivas, who's lights out. We got Pac-Man Jones, Aqib Talib, and Jason McCourty. We got good old Troy Polamalu, who was not very good for us when we started out, but then last year, 4 picks. It was outstanding. So I'm very happy to have Troy Polamalu on the team. Beyond that, we got Tyvon Branch. And then, you know, we were walking into the season with Reggie Nelson out of Florida, Gator bias, superstar dev, only 25 free safety. You have OJ Otagwe, the Canadian. But then you had Brian Dawkins, who at 35 became a free agent, an available free agent. There's no way in hell I was not going to sign Brian Dawkins. We actually had that big Week 3 game against the Eagles. A little bit of a revenge game for Brian Dawkins. I'm not going to let him go to Denver. You know? If Brian Dawkins out there, I'm not letting him go to Denver. I'm going to make sure he comes down to Hawaii, plays for Chip Kelly. So our team's here, top to bottom. Our team is really damn good. We're here in year 3. I'm definitely thinking we have a chance this year to be playoff bound. Should almost be our expectation. I know it gets year 3, and then it comes down to one of those things. What if I win the Super Bowl with the Warriors? All the work that come out in this creative team, even though there's issues and there's bugs. I mean, I kind of set the precedent that when you win a Super Bowl, you move on to the next team. I mean, I keep them there. I don't know. I can't think that far down the road because we're just starting the 09 season. But expectations for this squad as one of the better teams in the game is definitely playoffs at minimum. And it all starts here, week 1 in the sim. We're going to get a good idea of how this team is going to play in the sim right away against the Cleveland Browns. Let's just look at the overall here. What do we got? An 85 against an 80. They have Kurt Warner, Antonio Gates, and Michael Strand, an older team. So just looking at it, we know that we should probably win this game. But if the sim robs us blind, who knows? This could be another year that we're going to struggle to go above 500 because the sim games are going to be rough. But without further ado, let's kick off episode 37 of Flashback Pinks here with a sim game against the Cleveland Browns. And hopefully the start of an excellent 2009 season for your Hawaii Warriors. All right, let's go. First game of the season, 09. Expectations fairly high. And just like that, our 58 overall quarterback in the first quarter of the game has led this team to 2 touchdown drives. There's just something in the water when it's Colt Brennan, especially in these home games. I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's just something partial to the sim that when you're playing a home game, you're always just going to play better. But we have a meta. We talk about the run game meta. No, the actual meta in this series is Colt Brennan in home games, playing better than whatever the hell he is, 58, 59 overall quarterback. And look at this. Game 1, Colt Brennan. Oh, we can't hop it in play. We can't do that. Oh, man, this better not mess up the gameplay because that actually, I've never done that. There we go. There's a big time win. Colt Brennan 1-0. He's actually, unreal. What an unreal performance. I can already see almost 71. Outdueling Kurt Warner, who's a superstar X Factor. I'll calculate the score here, but a perfect way to start the season. And you know we're going to be getting someone okay, half decent from the Cleveland Browns. I take everything back about me saying we're getting a good player. We won the game, which is 1 star. Colt Brennan, well, there goes the interception streak. There was 2 in his first game. Still found a way to win. But we got a half star for Adrian Peterson going for 140 rushing yards. Also need to make note that Mason Crosby had a 5-yard touchdown run. Okay. Nothing for our receivers. What? Mason? That should be something. That should be worth some points. Not a half sack away from getting some points, but it's a 1.5 star performance. You got to round down, cut in half because of the either way. It's a 1 star, so we get a +2 upgrade from the Cleveland Browns. So with our 2-star upgrade, we're going to flip Danny Amendola, who's a 68 star dev slot wide receiver, for Julian Edelman for 0 points, who's a 68 hidden dev wide receiver. We both know what they bring to the table. Give me Edelman every day of the week. But then for our +2, we're going to flip Doug Free, who is a 70 overall tackle. You know, it's 25. Still some good football ahead of him, but we're going to flip that for Sebastian Vollmer, who's a 72 hidden dev. Remember, he did his thing for the New England Patriots for quite some time. I don't know if he ever got to all-pro level, but he should be. Well, at worst, he's a better prospect, a better tackle prospect than Doug Free. Baller. Big boy football. Megatron on our opening drive. Makes a big play on 3rd down. 3rd and 4 for the Warriors. Still on their opening drive. We got Cadillac Williams in the backfield. Be a tough one, Garcon. Got a lot of slot. Good route runnings. Oh, B. Oh, Pierre Garcon with a real funky looking route in the middle of the field. Somehow uncovered. Blown play from a very good Ravens defense. Colt Brennan capitalizes, and that's an opening drive score. Great momentum. It's a great way to start this. Oh no, we got the fullback out here. Second and goal, Lusaka Polite. That's going to be no points for anybody ever for a star rating. The fullback gets in, power back. So, okay. Crowd's out of it. At least we took the crowd out of it right away. When a fullback scoring a touchdown in the first quarter, you know the crowd's like, oh, this game's over. Catch of the year. Insanity. First and goal here. You actually got to go to the air, probably against our better judgment, but trust that. Oh, that should have been an easy completion to Delaney Walker underneath for a touchdown. But again, got to remind you, every now and again, Colt Brennan needs to remind you, hey, I'm only a 50, whatever, 58, 59 overall. Second and goal. Just kind of abandoning Adrian Peterson on this drive because we're going to go to Delaney Walker. And of course, Colt Brennan makes the slightly more difficult pass, but Bart Scott in coverage. No chance at all. This is... You better warm up that 5-star wheel. Oh, Deshaun Jackson. Oh, my God. Oh, no. I feel like this team's going to be so good. We're going to be getting on, 2 5-star games in one episode means we go up to All Madden. I feel like All Madden's going to be very, very harsh to Colt Brennan. But with how this team's built around him, that is filth. Filth route ran by Deshaun Jackson. Obviously, no one's going to catch him. This is as bad as an ass whooping as we've ever caught on camera on Pink Slips. Oh, that's Desmond Trufant. Or not, is that Desmond Trufant? No, that's way too early for that. That'd be Marcus Trufant. Remember he used to play for the Seahawks? Get off me. Oh, come on. I need the touchdown. First and goal, another first and goal. Trying to just kill this game off in the first half. I'll tell you right now, we're going Adrian Peterson. Because he's an all-pro baller wide receiver. Everyone knows that. Now that's one way to get back into the saddle. 38-3. I mean, calculating the stars, we got 1 star for the victory. It's a 2-star victory because we won by 21 plus. So we start off with 2 stars. For the plus minus, we had that. It's 2.5 stars. Looking at our quarterback, Colt Brennan, over 300 yards, over 3 touchdowns. That's 1 full star. That takes us to what? 3.5. We got a half star for Adrian Peterson going over 100. That's 4. Receiving, ooh, nothing there. 3 yards shy. We got 2 sacks each, which is worth half for Dumerville and Sean. So there's our 5-star. And we had 2 picks Dante win. It was a 6-star performance. Can only be a 5. Spin the wheel, plus 10 upgrade at minimum. So before we even figure out who we're going to get from the Baltimore Ravens, we got to spin the wheel. I don't know why I always got to explain it, but I feel like in case there's a first-time watcher, just what the widgets are. So we have the dev boost, which means dev trade increase to anyone on our team. Plus 20 overall. Makes our plus 10 into a plus 20. Pink specials, plus 2 throw power, plus 2 acceleration, plus 2 sprint speed to any players that we want. Or pick a team, which means we can pretty much just essentially pick any other team in the NFL. So it's a plus 10 upgrade for any player in the league. Without further ado, let's spin this wheel. I don't know what I'm feeling. I feel like really dev trade is probably the worst one, and it's still not that bad because we get a lot of superstars that can become superstar X Factors. And we got Pink Special, which is good for Colt Brennan's sake. Plus 2 throw power for him, and most likely some speed and acceleration coming to Calvin Johnson. So the plus 2 throw power to old Colt Brennan will take him up to a 61 overall. I can't be flexing that I'm doing the things that I'm doing with, a sub 60 quarterback now, but I'll take it because I don't care. He's still the worst quarterback in the league, and I love him for it. So we can get plus 2 speed, plus 2 acceleration for Calvin Johnson, which takes him up to an 89 overall. Oh my God, he's going to be unstoppable. We get Pink's special one more time. 99, 99, sit. What are we playing, Mutt? Huh? We playing Mutt over here with the cyborg genetic freak that we're building? But with our plus 10, we are going to spend all 10 of the points. Just mind that we had the Otagwe custom portrait. It's kind of messed up with the trade menu. But we're going to flip Tyvon Branch, who's 72 star dev strong safety, for Malcolm Jenkins, who's 73 hidden dev strong safety. I wanted him in the draft, and we missed out on him. We're going to flip OJ Otagwe, who was great. He's Canadian. I like having him, but it's still a 1 point upgrade. Get the man with the biggest arms in the NFL, Laurent Landry. It's just a better long-term roster decision. But the big upgrade, we kind of made point of it. Slowly trying to upgrade this offensive line. We got Vollmer, who's a hidden dev. We drafted Lang, and here we're going to flip Mike Brees, who's 26, 76 star dev lineman, for Donald Penn, who's 84 superstar dev lineman, same age. Third 15, we're going to go Peanut Tillman Blitz. Oh, we're just going to go in the flat. Heath Miller, Steeler legend. You got to throw short of the sticks on that, 4th and a mile. We're going to make a tackle, make you kick a field goal. Playing scared at home, that's not the Eagles. Oh, he gone. Oh, he's gone. There's your 75-yard touchdown. I think that's Sheldon Brown. Doesn't have enough speed. AP, 75 yards. There's the best running back in the National Football League. Doing what he does best. Making guys look like high school football players. Oh, he's just gone again. He's just gone again. Well, that would have been a nice touch. That would have been an automatic touchdown. Well, that was a tough throw. Punt it. It's not looking so good. We're not playing like the Madden Pro comp of the meta just running the ball. We try to throw the ball a little bit. Things get a little out of control. Oh! Hell of a play call. Did not see that coming. Hell of a play call. Oh my God. Is that Warren Sapp? That is. Oof. Look like Fletcher Cox gets his 150th sack on one of the most dominant pass rushing plays I think I've ever seen. Wow. Holy shit. So that gives us press man coverage, 3rd and 26. Deshaun Jackson beats his man. Ooh. Philadelphia Eagles corners, and anytime you play them, regardless of the scenario, regardless of the rosters, they just get burned. 2nd and 4. Oh, come on, Evan Mathis. Usually Evan Mathis would clean that shit up, so that would have been a nice little touchdown. But it is 3rd and goal. Let's see if we can punch this in with AP. Oh, my God. 2 clock on. Rookie mistake. It's first game of the day. Very early. Let's try to throw it here. Where's Delaney Walker? Delaney Walker, Anquan Bolden. Across the middle of the field. Let's get Cole Brennan a touchdown here. Let's get some confidence for the kid. There's nothing there. That's... I played like literally my 3-year-old finishing that drive. That was disgusting. To get no points. Give me that. Weapon X. Interception against his former team. How many times would he have done that in practice? He reads Donovan McNabb like a book and runs that better than the receiver. No, the fumbles again. Adrian Peterson. Gotta work on his carrying. I wish he could like spend specific points to attributes, because he's just, if you get rid of the fumbles, he's a complete running back right now. He did kind of get destroyed there, I guess. 1st and goal, and Joseph Adai, untouched, capitalizes on the Adrian Peterson fumble, and this game is tied up in the 4th quarter. Oh, Jesus. Give me that. Oh, pick 6 and end it. I shouldn't have cut back. Troy Polamalu with a nice pick sends this one to overtime. Okay, there. Oh! Hittner! Dante Hittner just decapitated. I think that was Heath Miller. I need to see a replay of that. Oh my God. Look at this. Suicide pass out of nowhere. That was just... That's not nearly as good or as exciting as what I thought it was. Dante Hittner like tripped into him, it looks like. Whatever. Still counts. All right, we got a 3rd and 9. We are in field goal range. A field goal will win it, but we would like to have a chance at adding to our star rating. Oh, Megatron. 2 feet in. Game over. So, calculating up the rating here. We won the game, which is 1 star. We had the plus minus, which is worth half a star. For the individual performances, nothing for the quarterbacks, but with 250 yards, 2 touchdowns for Adrian Peterson, he got a star and a half on his own damn self. Then going to the defense, we had 3 total interceptions. Each interception is worth half, so it's a 1.5 star from our picks from Talib, Dawkins, and Troy Polamalu. It totals to a 4.5 star performance. Round down to a 4. It's a +8 upgrade as we move to 3-0 on the season. Well, the bad news for this 8-point victory is that there's literally nothing on the Eagles that kind of lines up. So I have to use just 7 here, and we're going to flip rookie centers. We're going to get Eric Wood, who's a 70 hidden dev, and we're going to flip AQ Shipley, who's 63 normal dev. Not a big win at all. And for the final game of the episode, at home against the Houston Oilers. Now this is to continue the trend that Colt Brennan plays elite at home. He's just a different animal at home. That he doesn't lose at home. However, to settling for 2 field goals, and you have the Oilers who have settled for 2 touchdowns. So we got 3 field goals. We need a touchdown. We need a big-time touchdown. Defense has done a pretty good job holding an explosive offense. You know what they have in Andre Johnson, Steven Jackson. And it's looking like, maybe not. We might be getting our first loss of the season. Yep. Annoying. That's the first win the Oilers had. That's we can't really be too upset. They deserved it. We settled for field goals. We saw exactly why we didn't win that game. Hopefully it's not too bad of a star rating. Okay, so they won the game, and it's a divisional game, so right off the rip, it is a 2 stars. They had the plus minus, give them 2.5 stars. Looking at their player stats, they played pretty well. They got a half star for Steven Jackson going over 100 yards, a half star for Dante Hall going over 100 yards. They got a half star for 2 sacks for Julian Peterson, and a half star for Vilma getting a pick. It's a 4.5 star performance. You gotta cut that in half, yada, yada, yada. It's a 2 star, a +4 upgrade for the Houston Oilers. And again, with the loss, we always try to view the loss as if I'm the team that just beat us. Who would I take? And they took a pound of flesh on this one. They're going to flip 72, 29 guard Herrera to upgrade +1 to get our first round pick TJ Lang, who's most likely a superstar dev. They're using +2 to go after our highest rated unprotected player to flip from 28, 87 star Leto Shepard to 28, 89 superstar Peanut Tillman. And then just a little cheeky +1. We're going to get Andre Caldwell, who's 69 normal. And they're going to get Pierre Garçon, who's 70 star. So all in all, we are 3-1, but that was a very, very painful loss. Wow. There goes like our future, the guy we're grooming to be the slot heir to Anquan Bolden's gone. At least we have Julian Edelman still on the roster, which is good. We lost our first round pick, which is a first. We've never automatically lost that. And he most likely was a superstar dev, but we still kind of have some cover for that position. And then we lost our number 1 corner. Again, we got some depth, though. We got Darrell Revis now has to be the big dog. Leto Shepard's not a bad player by any means, even though I wasn't a huge fan of him when we had him on the Oilers. And we still got Pac-Man Jones, McCourty, Aqib Talib. This is why you build depth. This is why, we get an Eric Wood when it's kind of a bummer of a win. Because, hey, if we ever somehow lose a starting center, at least we have a guy that's a contingency plan behind. We have a backup. We have an insurance policy on a lot of our positions, which is, the next stage. Once you already start to build a really good team like what we have, it's about acquiring those assets that could potentially be used as some insurance. So yeah, we end up 3-1. The next episode, we got our 2 games here. At home, the sim games will be week 5 against the Redskins and week 9 against the Pittsburgh Steelers, with week 6 and week 7 against the Broncos, and a rematch against the Oilers, being able to hop in and play some games. That will probably come to you guys, I'm thinking Thursday, because tomorrow, apparently the Madden 21 trailer will be dropping, so clearly we'll be talking about that here on the channel. But I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of Pink Slips. As always, the first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Very close to 130,000. Smash that like button if you enjoyed it, because the likes help out this series, help it get exposure on YouTube, and it costs you literally nothing. It takes 1 second of your time. So if you appreciate the content you see here on the channel, hit that like button, and I'll catch you guys back here tomorrow. Hopefully, with something of substance to talk about from the Madden trailer. But let's be honest, it's most likely just going to be like cinematics. But I would love to just for them to have a sneak peek of like coaching carousel or revamped scouting in franchise mode.